Hello everyone, welcome to this reading. This is a reading regarding what is your intuition trying to tell you. Before we get into this, I would like to say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I will pick a different pile. And if you have trouble picking piles, I recommend the random number generator. That's something I always use and always helps me. That being said, this is group 1, group 2, and group 3. I'm going to give you time to pick your groups in peace. And with that being said, if this reading resonated for you or if it was entertaining, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, especially comment because I love interacting with you guys, replying to your comments, and seeing your feedback on the reading. So yeah, with that being said, I will finally see you in your reading. Bye. Intuition trying to tell you. Before we get into this, I would like to say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I'll pick a different pile. And if you have trouble picking piles, I recommend the random number generator. That's something I always use and always helps me. With that being said, let's get into your reading. So I haven't seen any of these cards, so it's gonna be a surprise for you, just as much as a surprise for me. So we have the Six of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Cups. I actually did see this card. The Knight of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. For your oracle, we have Birth of Creation, Potential Growth. Then we have Guardian, Guard Your Energy. Now, I can't see how it really looks on the camera, so, you know. Okay, so what is your intuition trying to tell you? I feel like your intuition is trying to tell you, like, that you have a transformation coming up very soon. Actually, I feel like the tables are finally turning for you, especially with this Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Wands. And I feel like you guys, okay, so like there's, let's say for example, there's a number line. We have positive, negative, and neutral. You guys were all the way over on the negative side, and you guys were there for a very long time. And I feel like your life was just operating in that negative energy. And then now with the Wheel of Fortune changing, you're being thrown all the way to the opposite side, which is the positive. You guys get what I'm saying? So I literally don't remember what I was saying, but yeah, you guys are definitely being flipped to the other side. So instead of operating in such a negative frequency and such a negative vibration, you're gonna be you're gonna be operating in a very positive energy, which is going to make everything that you touch turn to gold, literally. Everything that you touch, you involve yourself in, you surround yourself with, is going to turn to gold. And I feel like your intuition is trying to let you know, like, I feel like you guys are getting signs at this moment, actually. I heard purple crystal, blue crystal, the ocean, blue sky. I don't know. That's just what I heard. But yeah, I feel like your intuition is trying to tell you that this is coming up. So maybe right now you could be going through like a transitional phase, and that might actually be worse than the actual phase you are already in. Maybe things are going worse for you, and your intuition is trying to tell you like this is just the last phase, this is the final phase, just stick it out, because like the wheel is going to change for you guys soon. This Three of Cups and Knight of Swords, I feel like you're going to get an invitation to something. That's so crazy because I find that so funny because I promise you, I did not see that right there. Like, I know in another reading I mentioned it, but at the moment I didn't even recognize this. And then I had said invitation. Yeah, you guys are definitely getting an invitation from something, from someone. And I feel like it's gonna be very clear. And if it's not an invitation, I feel like this person is gonna be throwing you signs that they want a friendship with you, they want a connection with you. Like, it's going to be very, very dramatic. Like, this person could have a husky. I don't like, first of all, because for me, like, I love huskies, and I've called them very dramatic, and so that's what it reminded me of. And then I just realized there's a dog right there. So yeah, so this person can have a husky, or their favorite breed of a dog is a husky. So yeah, I feel like if you guys have been like feeling lonely, or like you're not finding anyone that you could truly resonate with, that you can truly connect with, because maybe you guys don't have the same morals and values, you don't have the same interests, or whatever the case may be, you guys are gonna be moving out of that phase as well. I feel like you guys are gonna be getting a lot of invitation from people. Like, I don't know what that is. Like, this is something with the invitation. Like, you're invited to someone's wedding, someone's party, and maybe there you might meet more friends, or meet new people that eventually turn into friends. If not that, I just feel like you guys are going to be getting a lot of platonic partners. Like, there's going to be a lot of people coming into your life to offer their level of friendship to you. You're not going to take all, and even if you do take some, that not all might last, but then there are some that are gonna last. Like, it's just a lot. There's a sense of you guys experiencing a lot of stuff when it comes down to other people. I feel like you guys are stepping into your socialization era. Like I said before, like, if you guys were lonely or you guys are feeling lonely, I feel like you're literally moving to the opposite. And that's another thing I was saying, like, whatever's happening in your life, the opposite is gonna be happening. So like, if you've been having bad luck, you're gonna feel like you have good luck. If you've been getting bad grades, you're gonna get good grades. It's literally the opposite, the polar opposite. So like, anything bad in your life is going to be reversed. So like, if you've been feeling lonely, I feel like you guys are stepping into a phase and era of your life where you're connecting with a lot of people. You're making permanent friendships, temporary friendships, friendships that were just supposed to teach you something, friendships that were just supposed to be a good time but not a long one. You know, just stuff like that. You guys are gonna be experiencing a lot of energy. You guys are gonna be going out more. I feel like I feel like there's like a crowd of people. I'm hearing a crowd of people and seeing a crowd of people. There might be a specific event where you're around like a crowd, maybe like a concert, or like I'm hearing tourism. It could be that, and you meet a lot of friends there, or this could just be you consistently going out. So it's like eventually the amount of people that you've seen and met turns into a crowd, if that makes sense. Because I'm definitely getting a crowd of people, and with this 3 right here, like, it's a group. It's not just 2 people. It's not just one. It's a group. And then peep the 3 over here as well. You know, exactly. Yeah. So let's get more cards, and then we're gonna get into your oracle cards. Spirit. For group 1, what is your intuition trying to tell them? Stay safe. Definitely, like, when you're in big crowds, large crowds with a lot of people. I'm not saying you can't trust these people that you're going to be with, but it's also important to always, you know, be aware of your surroundings and understand what's going on around you. Hit the sun. See? Spirit for group 1. Oh, that's so much. For group 1, what is your intuition trying to tell them? For group 1, what is your intuition trying to tell them? We have the Tower. Spirit for group 1. What is your intuition trying to tell them? Spirit for group 1. What is your intuition trying to tell them? Spirit for group 1. What is your intuition trying to tell them? The 5 of Wands. Yeah. So, well, yeah, that makes sense. And you see, and that's why I was getting like the feeling to tell you guys to stay safe while you're around a lot of people, because this is explaining why right now. And staying safe doesn't necessarily always have to mean over your life. It could just mean over your mental space, your mental room, your mental health. Say, like, be protective over that. That I'm not saying to be protective over, you know, necessarily your life. That could apply, but in this instance, with the 5 of Wands and the Tower and then the Sun, because you are socializing with more people now, more doors are open to a possible reality of one of these people being fake towards you, or having bad intentions, or they're jealous of you, or there's a lot of envy, you know, evil eye. It opens the door to that much more than when you weren't really socializing with people. And I feel like Spirit wants to, you know, highlight this to you. Just like, being social obviously comes with its risks, but that doesn't mean to, you know, completely ignore the good stuff that comes out of being, you know, social with people, because you're gaining experiences. So like, don't ignore that just to look at, oh my God, this one person was fake to me, so I gotta stop making friends. I gotta stop being so open with people. No, that does not mean that. So I am seeing, because I feel like I don't mean to come for y'all, but with that coming to my mind, I feel like you guys have the tendency of, there's literally a specific word for it, but I don't remember it. But it's just basically like making a problem way bigger than it is and internalizing that problem. So someone told you no this one time, and now you're gonna apply it to every situation. So now you're never gonna ask for something. You're never gonna put your foot down, because you automatically think that you're gonna be met with resistance just because of that one experience. It's stuff like that. I feel like you guys do that. If you don't, then just don't take that message. So yeah, I definitely feel like with this message, Spirit is telling you there will probably be some people that don't like to see you happy. And actually, I don't want to say that. I want to say it's more so they don't want you to be happier than them. It's like they don't want you to be bigger than them. It's not that they don't want you to win. They just want to be the top dog. They want to see top dog. And then it says guard your energy. Exactly. Yeah, they want to be the leader. They don't want to not see you win. That's not even an excuse. Like, that doesn't matter. Like, okay, fine, but yeah, like, I just feel like this person or people or like the energy this is surrounding it's a sense of fighting for a spot. You have the spot and now they're trying to fight you for it. It's like you're in the spotlight with the sun. You're having something that they want and they don't like it because they want it and they wanted it first. So it's important to stay away from that, because like I'm hearing like someone getting a friend group and then there's this one person in the group that's just like being very competitive with you. Like maybe like they feel like you're prettier than them or you have more than them, so now they look at like that's what they see every time they interact with you and they look at you. Not, oh, my beautiful friend, it's she has better sneakers than me, or oh my god, I wanted those sneakers but she got it first. They're looking at you and thinking that. So I feel like there's that type of energy surrounding you or about to surround you. But once again, this is just a warning. That doesn't mean to internalize it. You could have 50 good friends and one bad friend. Are you going to sit there and complain about that one bad friend when you have those 50 friends? That doesn't really make sense. So yeah, don't internalize that energy or that situation. It's just a warning. But for the most part, you're doing good. That's why this energy is even here. Like, you're doing really good. Like, your intuition is trying to tell you that this is what's happening for you. I was gonna say what's gonna happen, but happening just came out my mouth. So yeah, this is present tense. This is definitely creeping upon you, and that makes sense with the Fool here. Yeah, and then the Eight of Wands is coming in fast. Yeah, the Nine of Wands too. Yeah, because oh my god, because I feel like you've been waiting so long for it, and now it's like I don't know how to explain it. For example, like if you're like playing tug of war, right? And you're pulling one side and the other one is pulling the other side, of course. And when they let go and you're still pulling, all of that force is going to send you backwards. I feel like that's what's happening. All of that time you were waiting patiently has built up, and like the moment you decide to like take off to the races, you take off to the races, if that makes sense, like real fast. Yeah, and then we have the Ace of Cups. So yeah, I feel like you guys were waiting very long. Three of Wands. Yeah, you guys are waiting very long, and you're finally getting it. Yeah, and it's coming in really fast because you waited really long. So yeah, let's get into your oracle cards now. Birth of creation, potential growth, and guard your energy. That's pretty self-explanatory. We were just saying that you guys are regrowing. You guys are being born into something new, and it's important to guard your energy because you don't want to get kicked off of that path. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to, like, let's say you're on a road, and as long as you continue going down that road, you're going to eventually, reach the finish line. But if you get distracted by what's in the bushes, for example, and start wandering into the bushes, you just delay the time you could have used to get to the finish line, if that makes sense. Like, you don't want to do that, because I feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like that's what this energy might be as well. Like, someone trying to steal your energy, someone trying to steal your joy. So it's definitely important to not have this happen now or when this arrives, because now and when this arrives are really two important milestones. It's really important, and you don't want people like interfering with it because you're allowing it. You don't want that. You definitely do not want that. So right now, your advice is to guard your energy, because you are going through a rebirth, and you don't want anyone interrupting this process. So when the process is over, you're not with half of what you were supposed to have, if that makes sense. So let's get more cards. And what that emotional challenge is showing to me is definitely important to continue healing. If you've been trying to, take care of yourself, show compassion to yourself, build a better relationship with yourself, keep focusing on that, because it's paying off. Keep focusing on that. Spirit, any other advice that you have, or any more advice you have for the on, Spirit? Let's take a moment to thank Spirit for the messages that are coming through. Spirit. Have Galactic Healer, move forward with an open mind. Yeah, Jesus, and this is coming out as your bottom neck energy again. And channel your knowledge, critical judgment. I think I'm gonna take all of these cards. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So what am I getting from this? Whenever you're facing a problem, it's important to ground yourself and try to get in touch with your inner wisdom and your inner knowledge, because you already have the information in you to easily bypass any problem that arises. You have the information. You worked for that. You know. Because I'm seeing like this person's mind. It's like maybe it might be a bit fuzzy to like see a clear picture or whatever, but there's a lot of information in there. So it might not be the easiest to retrieve the information that you need in the very moment, but take some time and be patient and ground yourself, ground your light, ground yourself and think about it. Think about it and you'll get it. So this could pertain to something right now. Like if you're like questioning something, I'm telling you right now, personally, you already have the answer. You just need to take the time to sit down and declutter your mind and search for the answer, because it's already there. I'm telling you. And I know, like, I hate when people tell me that. Like, I don't want that. Just give me the answer. Just give me the answer. But I'm telling you, if you just make the effort to sit down, take care of yourself, the answer will come to you. You don't even have to look for it if you don't want to. You don't. It's gonna come to you, but I just feel like there's so much happening in your life where you're thinking about so much, or there's so much on your mind, there's so much to get done, like you have a really busy schedule or whatever the case may be, so it's hard to retrieve the answer that you want. But it's like if you would just be still for a moment, I promise you, the answer would be right there. So I feel like this is pertaining to now and when this arrives. It's important to remember that, because like I feel like you're someone that can really self-heal, and that's crazy because we have Galactic Healer. I feel like you're someone that can heal themselves and others, but you have to give yourself the time and patience and space to even get in touch with that. It's like, how can you expect to be in a good mood? Well, I was gonna try to come up with an example, but I can already tell that it's not going the way I wanted to, so we're just gonna stop right there, because like, I mean, I think I'm explaining this in a way that everyone can understand. But I'm also seeing like eyes and the mind. So definitely take care of your eyes and your mind. Like, whatever you're doing now to take care of these things and pamper these things, you're doing a good job. And if you're not doing anything, maybe get into some exercises of reading a book, maybe for like 30 minutes a day, and then growing into 1 hour, into 2 hours, and then for however long. If it's not reading a book, then it could just be educating yourself on stuff. That's what I've been doing, and I'm telling you guys, it's helping. It's helping because, like, I feel like it's also helping with my speech as well, because you guys know, like, in my other readings, like, I would trip over my words so much, and, like, I still do that now, but, like, it's not as bad, and, like, my vocabulary has expanded because of these, practices of reading, things that can help you. So I feel like you guys should get into that as well. Like, Spirit, anything else? Any random message you want to tell me? I'm hearing roses are red, violets are blue. I don't know if that's even how it goes, but that's what I'm hearing. The roses are red, violets are blue. I love you. Who has a clue? I don't know. That's just what I'm hearing. What else? I just heard like a really harsh message, but I'm gonna try and like make it a bit more like, I would say if you're people pleasing or trying to get the like, how would I word this? If you're trying to get people to like you, they're not the right people. because the right people will automatically like you. They will automatically sense the similarities in personality. They would already like you. If you have to get someone to like you, then more than likely you shouldn't be wasting your time with that person. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't put effort into a connection. That's not true, because I don't believe that. I think that you, and this is, okay, now I'm starting to ramble. This is not even the point, but guys, look, let me just say this last thing. But I do believe in proving yourself to people. And I'm not saying that in a like self-destructive, unworthy type of way. Like, I'm not saying it in that way, but it's like you have to show someone that you care about them. You can't just expect someone to know that, you know. And I'm not saying it has to become so dramatic where like you make it obvious that you love them, but you still have to keep trying. I'm not saying that, but like at the beginning stages, it's important to know, like, show that you care, show that you do think about this person, show that you are a good person, because I mean they're just now meeting you. You would want someone to feel that way about you. So, you know, I don't know, that's just what but yeah, group 1, that was your reading. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello group 2, welcome to your reading. This is a reading regarding what is your intuition trying to tell you. Before we get into this, I like to say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I'll pick a different pile. And if you have trouble picking piles, I recommend the random number generator. That's something I always use and always helps me. That being said, let's get into your reading. So I haven't seen these cards, so as a surprise to you, it's going to be a surprise to me. So yeah, your first card is the 4 of Cups. Then we have the Sun in reversed. The 4 of Swords. What else? Then we have the Tower. Oh my God. As for your Oracle, oh my God, this is reversed. We have Soul Fragments, balance will be restored. And then we have Love and Light, act with care. Okay, what is your intuition trying to tell you? Let me get a moment to read these cards. I feel like some of you guys feel that there's something missing in your life. If it's not that, no matter how hard you try to enjoy the little things, the big things, the medium-sized ones, as much as you try to enjoy life, as much as you try to appreciate life, you still feel dissatisfied. You don't know how to make yourself happy. You don't know what makes you happy. And I feel like you guys are in this continuous cycle of wanting to be happy, but you don't even know what happiness is. There's a sense of feeling disconnected, not feeling whole, as we have soul fragments here. There's a sense of not feeling whole. I'm seeing like something being pulled apart. Like you feel like every limb is being pulled, and that's kind of graphic, but I don't know. I just got so deep into that. But there's a deep sense of feeling. I feel like your emotions, your feminine is under attack right now. Your intuition is trying to get you aware of this. It's trying to make you aware of this. With the 4 of Swords in the Tower, this could be a traumatic moment that's still repeating in your mind, maybe in the back of your mind even. If it's not, but even if it's not, it's still showing its ugly face in your life, because however it affected you is showing up in your present life. So let's say, for example, you had a traumatic event and it caused you to be extremely prone to being anxious all the time. So now when you're moving through life and these triggers start to go off, you start to get anxious, and it ruins whatever situation you're in. I feel like some of you guys are not acknowledging something like that. I feel like something that ended, something that went off, something that I'm hearing like a trigger. I'm definitely hearing like a trigger. Something has triggered you. And Spirit is not triggering you or not putting you in situations to be triggered because Spirit hates you, but they want you to understand the emotional depth that comes with that trigger. It's deep rooted and it's worth exploring, so these things don't trigger you and you can walk and live in peace with harmony. with lightness, with oneness, with being whole, because not every single thing you see is triggering you. I feel like there's a sense of deep emotional healing needed. You're tired. You're tired. I feel like your soul is literally aching. You're tired. You're tired of having to run, or you're tired of running and not going anywhere. This is definitely deep rooted. Your intuition is telling you it's time for a break. Your intuition is telling you it's time to break free from this. It's time to acknowledge it. You've been letting it run in the back of your mind for years after years after years, and now it's time to stop whatever's going on in your outer world. Stop it and turn inwards and heal inwards. Not looking for gratification outside, not looking for validation outside yourself. No, to go inwards. I feel like Spirit wants you to do that, and like it's long overdue, so maybe things might be worse. It might, things like the things that used to trigger you before are triggering you even more now, because it's time to make a change. It can't keep happening like this. I feel like that's what's going on in your life. Like, it's getting extremely bad. I'm getting the sense that it was like you feel like it was always bad. Now it's just getting extremely bad. I'm hearing like a, what new? I'm used to this. It's whatever. I'm hearing that type of attitude. Or someone that's very like disillusioned, as if that's how life is supposed to go, when in reality it's not. I feel like pain was your teacher, but you can also learn from love. It doesn't always have to be from hate, anger, ego, envy. It doesn't have to always be from that. Because like I can admit, and I feel like everyone else can admit, that pain, heartbreak, and all of that has taught them a lot. Having a fake friend, now you know not to associate with X, Y, and Z. Pain taught you that. But we can also learn things from love, like, oh, I didn't agree with this person, but they sat me down and educated me on whatever topic, and now I'm aware of what they just brought to the table, instead of them immediately attacking me because I didn't agree with them. You learn through love. I'm pretty sure there's a better example, but that's the best I could come up with at the moment. But I feel like I'm rambling, and like, jeez, oh my god. Okay, let's just get a few more cards and then we're getting to your oracle. Spirit, what is group 2's intuition trying to tell them? It's definitely time for a break. We have the World. Spirit, what is group 2's intuition trying to tell them? Spirit, and you know what's so crazy? Wait, let me get this card first. You know what's so crazy? Wait, actually, let me get the other card first. Spirit, what is group 2's intuition trying to tell them? Ooh. Okay. So like I was saying, you know what's crazy? I literally did your group. Like, I was going ham. I was going hard. Like, I was really talking my stuff, just to find out it was never recording because my phone died. And the message was kind of similar. It was a sense of being so dense, so defensive, so caged up and blocked off from the world, that you're blocking off the love that you deserve. So I feel like you guys, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, I think that, hold on, let's get into these cards first, because I pulled them and I have to get into the oracle soon, because I don't want my phone to die again, because I never fully charged it. So we have the World, the Two of Wands, and the Two of Cups. I feel like Spirit is telling you, like, it's time for you to experience what life is truly about. It's time for you to experience the good side of life. It's time for you to wrap up these literal repeating loops. It's time to wrap this all up, because the World card is, if I'm not mistaken, the World card is the last card in Major Arcana. Why I'm saying that? Because the World is like a happily ever after. It's the ending. What you wanted, you accomplished. You reached contentment. You got where you wanted to go. It's like, the happily ever after. So I would assume that's the last card. Either way, what I'm trying to say is Spirit is telling you, directly telling you with this invitation here, like this exchange of the envelope, what Spirit is directly telling you, it's time for this cycle of inevitable, never-ending doom and gloom. It's that's over with. That chapter of your life is gone. So like if it's getting harder now, more than likely you're transitioning out of that phase. Like you know, usually it gets uglier before it gets pretty, or it gets worse before it gets better. It's one of those situations, and I know like you guys probably have heard that a lot, so you don't want to hear it again. But I promise you, this is what is happening and this is what is taking place in your life, which is probably why things are even getting worse, because the last bits are purging itself out. And with this 2 wands and the 2 of cups, I feel like the ending is you being more open to new experiences, you being more open and susceptible to new energy, new vibes, even if some of them might be bad, but you're still experiencing life as itself and nature as itself. And I feel like that's what you guys are going to be doing, instead of being so caged up, locked off, so like constantly having outer body experiences like you're living but you're not, like that type of stuff. It's wrapping itself up. It's like I'm packing my bags and leaving. I've had it. You know, like that. Like I feel like, oh my god, I don't even know why. Like I feel like this is more so intuition based, because these cards don't necessarily mean that, but this is just what I'm getting, like energetically. With this 2 wands, is giving me such a fresh feeling. You know that one scene in movies where the people are on the beach and like it's in the morning, early morning, like 7 a.m. The lady's dress is flowing. There's kids, or if there's not, the whoever's there is just really happy. That's the energy I'm getting off this 2 of wands. You're just gonna be so happy and free and just experiencing life as it is with no complaints, just so peacefully. So peacefully. This is literally your freaking happily ever after. Your happily ever ending. Literally. But like the ending to the badness and the beginning of the goodness, like, oh my god, this is so good. This is so good. Spirit, do you have anything else you want to say about this? Oh, 10 of swords. Yep, the ending. Yeah, the ending. Don't question it. It's literally the ending. The ending in the beginning of the Ace of Cups. Yeah, the ending might be painful because it's like, you know, it might be painful, it might be hurtful, it might be, mundane, it might be something that you struggle with, but you'll get to the end regardless, and it's going to be so beautiful on the other side. But as for your advice, we have soul fragments, balance will be restored, love and light, act and care. You know what's so crazy? Because I'm reading this, and that literally just sums up what I was saying. Balance will be restored to your life. The fragments of yourself are being put back together, but into a better human, a better group 2, a stronger group 2, a kinder group 2, a group 2 that's open to love, a group 2 that is carefree, a group 2 that allows peace and love and care into their life and into their soul, bro. Like, that's people that you're turning into, literally. So balance is being restored, and you're going to be moving with love. And it's crazy because the last reading that I did with group 2, which was you guys, but like I said, it wasn't recording. I was saying that, what was I saying? I just lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. What was I just saying? You guys were, oh yeah, I was saying in the other group that, your perception of love is changing. Your perception of what love is changing with yourself and other people. And it literally, it's like this. That's crazy. Oh my god. We're gonna get a few more oracle, and then we're gonna wrap up this reading because it's already, it's only 12 minutes. I'm thinking like it's like 22 minutes or something. Spirit messages, observe limitations. Yeah, Spirit, give us some advice for group 2. That observe limitations is only but so much you can do. Yes, you are an amazing human being. Yes, you are this big strong person, but everyone does have their limitations. Everyone does have their limits, and they cannot surpass these limits because it can harm them, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's literally nothing wrong with that, and it's important for you guys to understand your limits and make sure you never exceed your limits, because you need to put yourself first. You might help these people and they're walking off happy, meanwhile you're drained because you surpassed your limits. That's not fair to yourself. So that situation is injustice is being taken place. However, you're the one dishing out the injustice to yourself rather than another person. So it's just as bad. It's literally like, I wish people understand this. You, like, how do I describe this? You participating in justice towards other people is bad, and you'll go to jail, or you get negative feedback. You'll feel bad. Your conscience will, tear at you. But the same thing happens when you take a stance of injustice towards yourself. The same thing happens. It's just as bad. Maybe because it's yourself, you're not taking it as serious. See how that doesn't really work? Injustice is injustice. So it's important you guys are opening yourself up to love. And I don't know. Guys, I'm rambling at this point. Jesus Christ. And it's crazy how we have an internal union. New love is forming. It's crazy. I was just saying that. And then the Two of Cups in the middle. But Spirit, any advice for Group 2? Group 2, Spirit, any advice for them? Spirit for Group 2. Any advice for Group 2? Spirit, any advice for Group 2? Okay. We have light codes. Travel awaits you. I think that came out in your last group as well. You guys might be traveling to different states, or like I said, you're just experiencing different energies, and allowing yourself to intake it and then release, but keep whatever facts, whatever you find within that information to yourself. All of that, like, you guys, I feel like, yeah, you're experiencing different things, whether that be physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever it is. You guys are definitely, opening your mind up to different things. And then we have living light energy, see the beauty in life. That's what I was saying. Literally, your view on love, your view on the world is literally changing, and it's going to be so good for you. Wow. I don't know if you guys can, you can't, but look, wow. Literally see between worlds, no direction. That's what I was saying. And then align your universe. Yeah, see? I knew I wasn't tripping. But yeah, Group 2, that was your reading. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. This is a reading regarding what is your intuition trying to tell you. Before we get into this, I would like to say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I'll pick a different pile. And if you have trouble picking piles, I recommend the random number generator. That's something I always use and always helps me. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Okay, so I shuffled these cards and immediately turned them over. So whatever comes out, it's just as a surprise to you as it is to me. So with that being said, let's get to your reading. First card is the Three of Wands, Knave of Cups, the Emperor, and the King of Swords. Emperor energy. As for your oracle, we have Hidden Realms, create conscious awareness. And then we have Kundalini rising, ignite your passion for life. Okay. What is your intuition trying to tell you? Let me see. Okay, the first thing that I heard is that you guys are progressing. You guys are going from the Knave to the Emperor to the King. You guys are definitely experiencing different parts and versions of yourself all in one. I feel like maybe one day, I'm hearing I don't know if this is going to be like a trigger. Yeah, it probably is a trigger. But guys, trigger warning, I feel like some of you guys were probably diagnosed with a multiple personality disorder, or maybe bipolar disorder, and I don't necessarily think that it's that. And I'm not a doctor, but from what I'm seeing is that you guys are just learning who you are behind the mask, who you are behind the fakeness society pushes on people, behind the expectations people throw at you. Who are you when you are alone? Who are you when you're sleeping? Who are you when you just wake up? You're starting to discover who you are. You're going through different phases of your life very, very quickly. very quickly, because the Three of Wands is a moving energy, it's a fast moving energy, because it's in the wand suit and it's the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is about movement, expansion, all of that. It could even signify travel, you know, just moving upwards, kind of like the Chariot. And then with all of these different court cards, you guys are transitioning between different parts and versions of yourself very, very quickly, and it's happening at a rate where it can appear as if you have a disorder. I feel like that's what's happening. And if you weren't diagnosed with it, maybe you just feel like, oh my God, I'm insane, like there's something wrong with me, maybe I do need to get myself checked out. I feel like you guys may be feeling that, but then at the back of your mind you're like, maybe this is not that, maybe I am having a spiritual awakening. So many of you might not even be spiritual people. That's probably like, maybe you've decided it's like, okay, this is my last resort, so I'm just gonna watch this video to see, you know, what's going on. What is that inkling in the back of my ear? And I feel like some of you guys might not even be spiritual. And if you're not, then this is a spiritual awakening that you're having. So yes, the suspicions of you having a spiritual awakening, yes, that is what's happening. If you are spiritual, maybe you might be questioning that, or questioning the credibility of what you say, or anything like that.
What?
Sorry guys. But I think I was saying that so if you are spiritual, you might be like, oh yeah, the credibility. Maybe you're questioning the credibility of what you're saying and what you're thinking. Maybe you're like, maybe I'm not actually spiritual. Maybe I'm crazy. No, you're not crazy. You are that genius spiritual person that you think you are. You are, so you can stop with that. But yeah, so I feel like you guys are definitely going through a spiritual awakening. Like something is changing, especially with this Kundalini rising. But let's get some more tarot. Okay, this one to show the Knight of Wands. Yeah, this is happening. Wow, you see, that's what I was saying. This is happening very fast. And then we have the Death card. Yeah, you're going through a rebirth right now. You're definitely. And then the King of Pentacles is wanting to show a lot of king, emperorian, I don't know the word. It's like just royalty vibes going on. Like you're no longer a page, you're no longer even a knight, you're now one of the, you know, powerful ones. Like you've reached that point. Yes, you have, which is probably why you're feeling crazy now. But Spirit, what is Group 3's intuition trying to tell them? Spirit, what is intuition trying to tell them? Okay, slow down is what I heard. Stop and slow down. Spirit, what is Group 3's intuition trying to tell them? The Six of Cups. Spirit, Group 3's intuition, what is it trying to tell them? Okay, Knave of Wands. A lot of fire energy. You guys could be a fire sign, or you're just operating, or you're very much mixing the element of fire, heat, passion, and all of that. What is your intuition trying to tell you? Queen of Swords, Knave of Wands, Six of Cups. I'm seeing two scenarios here. One involving a new person and one involving an old person from your past. The first one, a new person. I think that you're getting closer to the time of meeting your divine counterpart. However, I think that there is someone in the way of that. Maybe you keep entertaining someone from the past. You keep entertaining someone from the past, and it's keeping you in the repetitive loop and the phase of that, like that phase of your life. It's keeping you in that chapter and blocking you from your divine counterpart because you keep toying with the past with this person. The second one, I feel that this old person, like there's two scenarios within one. Now, the second scenario is that this old person can transform into the Six of Swords, but I don't know, it's like they're just addicted to the lifestyle that they have going on. So let's say, for example, they can be the King of Swords for you, but they're enjoying being the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is that charming, good-looking dude that flirts with everyone. But they like that lifestyle. And that makes sense with the Kundalini rising. I feel like you could even be embracing that lifestyle as well. And if that is the case, that is definitely that's fine. And that makes sense because, yeah, I feel like you're just switching from one phase to the next. Like, you're going by these phases very quickly. And that's very much noticed and highlighted by spirit and your ancestors, God, the universe, whoever you believe in. Is definitely being, taken notice of. So, I'm seeing something in this picture. Hold on. You guys might, this is not going to resonate for everyone, but you guys might have this, okay. Yeah, I feel like okay. This is not going to resonate for everyone, but I feel like some of you guys have self-worth issues. I feel like you try to get people, you might not do this consciously, or you, I don't know, just put your ego aside and listen to the message. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. But some of you guys might try to people please. It's like you're aware of your worth, but you need someone to validate it in order for you to accept it as truth. Yes, that's how I could describe it. You guys are aware of your worth. You're aware of what you bring to the table, but you need someone else to tell you that your table looks good in order for you to actually believe it. That's the problem. And I feel like other people do notice this, or maybe they did. Maybe this is another phase of your life. And spirit is highlighting the fact that you got over this. Take it however it resonates. But people can see that you're worth a lot. Like, you're gorgeous, you're handsome, you're smart, you're intellectual, you bring a lot to the table. People notice this, but they also notice the fact that you don't even believe it yourself. And they take advantage of this. So they try to belittle you to get you to do what they want in order for them to validate your worth and what you're giving them, if that makes sense. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I explained it right the first time, but then I kept talking and I messed it up. But, yeah, I feel like that's gonna, resonate for just a few. I feel like that's your problem. Because I'm seeing this lady, being defensive, but these two are not even looking her way. They're not even looking her way. They're all looking that way. Yeah. All looking that way. You guys might be the only girl child in your family. And if you're not, I'm also seeing a dad not paying attention to the daughter because he's too focused on the son. So you try to make yourself maybe more masculine to fit in, but it never worked, is also what I'm seeing. Yeah, that's enough. If that's the case, then healing is definitely required. Healing is definitely required right now. Because maybe you've noticed this and now you've started to spiral. Maybe that can be the case. But as for your oracle, we have hidden realms, create conscious awareness. Isn't that what I was saying about the awareness of the self-worth? Yeah. Kundalini rising, ignite your passion for life. Yeah, right now is the time to make a conscious choice to do what makes you happy and to do what makes you feel okay. Right now is the conscious choice to do that. I feel like you guys are trying to do that and you can't considerably be saying you are. However, I feel like it's out of spiraling. I don't know how to explain it. It's like you're whatever triggered you to feel this way is leading you to do it. But you're not making the actual conscious decision to be like, you know what? Right now, I'm going to put my problems aside and I'm going to make the conscious choice to enjoy my life. Acknowledging the fact that you're doing that. Acknowledging the fact that you're now progressing because you've stopped in the moment despite all of the distractions around you and decided to become aware and conscious of your next move. rather than just feeling it and then doing it. But you don't even know why. It's just because you felt it, which is good. Because you understand what your emotions make you feel and what it's telling you to do. That's good. However, it's also important to incorporate, the more logical side of you as well. Because logic is not against emotion, and emotion is not against logic. It isn't. It might be the opposite, but it isn't, because when you put those two together, you get balance. So how are they opposite or going against each other? Make that make sense. So sorry, I went off. Give me a gold medal. I went off with that one. I'm dead. But yeah, let's get a few more. Spirit, do you have any more advice for the 3? Any more advice for, okay. We have open intuition. Yeah, it's time to open yourself up to the messages Spirit and your ancestors and God wants to give you, because I feel like, yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like, it's there and it's there, but you have to be like, you have to make the conscious choice to be like, okay, I know it's there, and now I'm going to act accordingly. Open your mind up, open your heart up, lower your defenses. I'm not saying to be naive. I'm definitely not saying that. But you don't have to act out of fear. You don't have to act out of, oh my God, what if they betray me? You don't have to act out of, oh my God, what if I fail? Because even if they do, and you can always get back up and continue. It doesn't have to drag you down to the level it's at. It doesn't have to, and you don't have to let it do that. You don't. And then at the same time, even if you're smart, you're intellectual, you can see when something is definitely not feasible, and you can definitely see when someone is trying to play in your face. You just have to use discernment. You just have to balance that emotion and knowledge and logic, and you get the perfect balance. So you don't have to worry about being backstabbed. You don't have to worry about failing. You don't have to worry about any of that. And another way you can do that is opening your intuition, opening your heart, opening your mind up to receive the information. But if you're in constant defense, how are you supposed to receive these things? And even if you still do, how are you supposed to receive them clear enough for you to digest if you're too busy trying to fight it off? Like, come on. It's not adding up. The math is not mathing. So, yeah, guys. Yeah, group 3, I guess that sums up your reading. So I will see you in the next one. Bye.